Crafters. This is Pam with Pam's Paper Place, and I thought I'd try to set up my sewing machine so that you could see these little snippet rolls that I made, and I'll in the link I'll put in the description, you know, showing these snippet rolls. And I won't be looking into my camera because the angle that I have to put this phone video, you won't be able, I mean, I can't look into the phone camera lens, so hopefully I'll be able to get it all in. But I think this is what we're going to attempt to do. I just took, like, if we have time, I'll do the farmhouse one, and I took ticking that is about 2.5 inches wide. I think it's about 27 or so inches. And then I also did for the Shabby Chic, this is just a vintage type pillowcase, which I think is about 27 inches. So then you can't see what I have over here, but I have this, see, no, you can't see anything. This basket, two-tiered basket that has all these little laces and trims at the top. It's easier just to get everything ready. So get your laces and fabrics. And I hate to cut up fabrics too that aren't just snippets, but I think a while back before I was doing journals, when I quilted, I gave away garbage bags full of like different snippets and things. So wish I hadn't done that, but you don't know. And then here, you know, I have other fabrics that I used when I used to quilt and do little girls' dresses. These are pretty too. So let's just see what we can do. I'm going to take this strip of fabric, excuse me, and then I will be stitching probably about 2, unless I'm doing a 3-inch wide. So I think 2 inches would be enough. I think I'll use, yeah, we'll use the wrong side of this. So I just start out with taking different fabrics, and then, let's see, I've got a squeaky stool here. Sorry about that. And I might just cut this to make it a little smaller. And I'll just kind of show you what I do. And then I will just piece things how I might like them. This is pretty. And kind of angle them differently. What's the right side? And then you do want white space too, but well, let's just kind of go with what we got so far. And I just start out. I think I'm going to just do a straight stitch, and then I'll go down the middle. And then I have no plan, just basically the colors and things. And then you do want white, otherwise it gets too busy. I think I'll cut this. Find the right side. And then just angle it here. Keep going. Let's see. You know, I might add a little, I think I'll add this applique down the way. You can maybe get a few things going. Well, this might be another bit of color after the white. And you can go straight sometimes, you can go angled sometimes. Then if you want to trim it, you can afterwards. So this is just to get going, just to start. I think I'm just kind of going down the middle. Now, when it was wider, I don't know if that was 3.5. Then I did 3 rows. But I think I'm going to go down the middle. And possibly I'll go on both sides. We'll see. And then whatever let's cut this too. Oops, drop that. Whatever you might want to, like I said, snip off later, you can. So it's just a starting point. And we can have a little bit of color showing through. Let's see. Okay, now I'm dropping more than I'm getting. Let's see here. Let's go maybe with, I've got some Chanel. That might be pretty here. Let's kind of keep going now. And my machine doesn't like to go over thick things, so you know what? I might, we'll give it a try. Here's some lace that would be pretty. Maybe we'll cut a little bit of this. I have my window light and a couple other lights. I'm hoping it'll be good enough. But this is my first attempt with a sewing machine, so we'll just see what we can do. Here's some fuzzy little things. I might use this too somewhere. Maybe even across like that. Okay. Can you see? No, it's the time. Okay. Let's see what my sewing machine will do. And then after I get everything done, then maybe I'll put my hot glue on now. I will hot glue like buttons and things. I have, if I have time, I'll do farmhouse ones, but I have little buttons, and I don't know how many I have, but I have some that I've already put the string through in there. And then I have little other things that I can glue on later. And I think I'm going to turn this heater up. It's a little loud. So let's continue on. Squeaky chair. Maybe we'll put a butterfly here. And I like some of the white because otherwise it'll get too busy. Let's see. All right. Now I'm dropping more things than I'm getting out of my basket. Here's a piece of a lace. Maybe we'll run it this way. Okay. Here's like a little fabric. Possibly. Okay, let's put this kind of going straight maybe here. A little bit straight. And this was a kind of a vintage or retro ribbon piece. Let's see if it's better with the light on or the light off. You know, I can almost see it better with the, let's see. I think I see it better without that light. I'll try it. Okay, let's go. Keep going. Oh, what do I do? I just turned. I guess I can't. All right, a little farther. Let's see. This is pretty. It has some of that peachy color to it. Do a bit of this. I just kind of cut it. Not straight. Let's do this here and maybe this little fabric piece. And what I'm doing is just trying to catch in as much as I can. And we can always go back later and add some of these trims too, but maybe we'll add this little piece here across. Pieces of ribbon, so you can use ribbon, fabric scraps, appliques. Whatever your heart desires. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to try to fix this squeaky. This isn't usually what I sit on, but I needed something lower. This is a pretty applique. Let's see, let's do another little fabric piece. It has this little zigzag along the edge. Let's put this over here. And it doesn't have to be terribly matchy-matchy. Little lace piece. Oh, my machine does not like that. Oops, going over that thicker. There's a pretty little lace again. Maybe we'll go that way. And now maybe a little color, another little fabric piece. Like that. And then I think some of this trim I will put on later with my hot glue because it's going to be a little too thick. Okay, and then when you start to get, close, you're going to want to put something underneath here. We have this. Throw that under there. Let's get this little piece of a doily. I could glue that later. Maybe the machine will let me sew that. Here's some of this pretty trim. I'll cut that. Cut that here. Okay, machine. Let's see if you can go over this little thick doily. I have a Brother CS3000i computer. I don't think it was sewing machine. I don't think it was that expensive. Okay, if we're gonna catch this, what's the right side? Here, to put it here. We have a beautiful day here. Usually winter is so cloudy here, but we have a couple days of sunshine. We've had a very mild winter, which is really nice. Not a lot of snow storms. I appreciate that. Here's kind of a neutral. I'll chop that a little bit. And then we're almost done with this piece. So I think I will have time to do the farmhouse one. Oh, you're an airplane. Okay. See how I'm just randomly, I haven't even looked, to see what I've got so far. And I'll show you this, of course. When we're finished, let's see, let's end it maybe with this here. Well, I will a little bit more. Let's see. And maybe this ribbon and this going this way. I have this, that'd be pretty right here, but I think, I'll see if I can just catch that, otherwise I'll have to hot glue that. All right, let's see what we got. Because everyone's gonna be different. Okay, see, and then I'll probably come back and sew this here. Maybe I'll show you that before. Yeah, so now I'll come down and sew along here and probably come down and sew along here. So I did the middle, now let's come down and sew this. I don't know that you really have to see me do that. So I will be right back. All right, I sewed the 3 lines of stitching here on the back. So, and then I probably cut some of this overlap, maybe zigzag some things. But this is just the start. Okay, so this is what we kind of have so far. It's really hard to show you the whole thing. So now, and then you could, turn it over on the back if you want to cut some of this off a little bit. That's how I'll trim some things. Alrighty, what's with the focus here, folks? Okay, so then I'll get my hot glue. And I will get my little buttons and things. I can get some white ones, off-white. You could always add these hot glue little pearly things. And then I'll set them out how I'd like them. Some light green, maybe off-whites. And I don't know if I had that many pink. I may have already used them. I don't like that pink. So let's just get as many off-white white ones. And maybe later I'll have to come back in with some pink. Here's a pink. Here's a little pink. So you know what I'm saying, just get that all together. And then I might, go back through. I could add some more lace somewhere, possibly. So let's see what we can do, what we might need. This is a pretty button here. Let's put that there. Hopefully I just didn't hit that. And sometimes it looks good, with the threads up or threads down, but I think on this one, I'm going to put it down because I like the more shell type. Oops, look to that. Then let's see here. I wish I had more buttons this color, but I think I already used them on something. Let's put it, I think I'll maybe put a little green here, this green button, because there's a little bit of green in here in the stitching. I think right there. Whoa, table's moving a little. Let's see here. So I just go different places where it might look pretty, where it might need something. Yeah, I think it needs something right there. And let's do this little, I got glue all over me, this little flower type button. Actually, I think I'm going to go for more of this there. And I think I'll put it with the strings out, facing out. Whoops. So it's just a matter of trying it out. I like that right there. It's pretty. Try not to burn yourself. Easier said than done. And then if I have other appliques that I want to glue on, like possibly this one, then I would I can also do that too. This might look good. With this here. Not sure. Let's do this. That there. And then let me show you what I mean by just adding some lace. You know, after you've sewn. I kind of like that. I think it needs something. You might be able to better see that it might need something. I think that. So we have that. Hopefully I'm not going to run out of time. And then maybe I'll put another little button next to it. Okay, everything's sticking to me. And then possibly, let's put this applique here. Yeah, that looks really pretty. And you can keep going back through and adding more. This is a pretty braided trim. My machine didn't like me to put that through. I think I'm going to go like this here. Let's see if we can. Sorry for the squeaking. Okay, let's see. So that's basically how I go about it, and I might go back through and add more things, but and I'll definitely be trimming things up here. So it's kind of a shabby chic look. I think I'll add a couple of these little things, but I'm getting close to 30 minutes, so this is what we have so far. Yeah, it's really hard to show. Maybe I'll just keep going until I get cut off. Well, let's do that. I don't know why it bugs me if it doesn't have the strings through it. I just don't like it. I mean, I could just start gluing it down without it, but I don't like that look. It bothers me. Maybe we have a little bit of this trim would be pretty, wouldn't it? Somewhere. Okay. Well, that might be just a little too pinky. And this is pretty. Maybe we could just add a little. All this fluffiness. See where we need it. At 30 minutes, see how we can go. Let's add a button here. And where's this fluffiness going? Ah! Stop it! I don't know. A couple of these little guys. And that is not easy to do without burning yourself. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like before it's been cut and trimmed. And I think I'll just keep adding these little pearly things. Like here. Squeaky, squeaky. Might be cute. With this in the middle of that butterfly here. If we can do it. We did it. And I left these loose. So I think in the next video, I'll show you the finished, completed of this. Because I think I'm going to probably run out of time. This is cool too, but it's kind of big. All right, so that is what we have so far without it being trimmed. And I wish you could see it better.